Hey guys, and welcome to Crazy Days. Today I want to talk about this. You see this bloom? It's actually dying. It will fall off by tomorrow. But this is a Confederate rose, and there's a story behind it. And Mr. Larry Tresh that came and brought us this, I guess it was a little stick when he brought it. You can root these Confederate roses from cuttings. So Mr. Larry brought us a piece of a Confederate rose. He also gave me some seed from it. And this has been growing for about a year now, and you see it's way taller than I am, which I'm standing down, so it's probably as tall as I am if I was standing on the same level ground as it is. And when he brought it, Mr. Larry told us a story behind the Confederate rose, and I wanted to share that with you today. The Confederate rose is not actually a rose. It is actually hibiscus, and it was grown in many of the homes and gardens in England. When the Civil War started, this rose was grown in many yards all over the United States because it was very hardy, especially here in the South. It grows very well, it's very drought tolerant, and it grows really fast, as you can see. In a year, it went from a stick to this. It blooms in the late fall, or mid to late fall, and it's just gorgeous. But the story is that during the Civil War, these roses were growing in yards everywhere. And this young soldier, he was a Southern soldier, was fighting in the war and was mortally wounded. As he lay dying, he fell on the rose bush, and these roses come out white, beautiful white roses. And he lay dying for 2 days. And as he died, he bled more and more onto the flower. And at the end of 2 days, the flower is almost red. It goes from white to pink to red over a period of 2 days. At the end of 2 days, he died, and when he did, the flower fell off the bush. So I wanted to show you the stages of the Confederate rose. It starts out a big, beautiful white rose with a touch, according to the time of the day you take the pictures, you'll see that it has a hint of pink to it. So I took these pictures at different times. When it's budding, when it opens out, you can see the beginnings of the pink. You can see as it turns more pink. You can see as it gets darker, a dark, dark pink. And then that's it. The bud falls off. The bloom falls off. So I wanted to share the story of the Confederate rose that Mr. Larry Tresh told us when he was here visiting Deep South Homestead last summer. And y'all, this is like one of the most beautiful plants I've ever seen. It's gorgeous. I had seen one in a lady's yard before Mr. Larry brought this to us. And last year, I had 2 other cuttings, and I gave both of them to my daughters. So both my daughters have a cutting if they kept it alive. I haven't asked them, but I gave it to them this time of the year last year for their birthdays. Amy, whose birthday is the 9th of November, and Maggie, whose birthday is the 8th of November, both my girls, should have one of these roses in their yard. It's pretty awesome to know that the South had such a legacy, and it's a beautiful flower, beautiful story. Thank you from Crazy Days.